Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Next Gen Nation podcast, where we talk about all things gaming and anime. I am your host, Dominique.
I'm your host for just a little bit longer, Joe.
And I'm gonna be your new other host, Timothy.
He might be the.
I'm passing host. On the man. Yeah, might. I like that.
It is very hot.
It's super hot.
It's really hot. We're in California.
You're gonna see our faces get shinier throughout the podcast.
It's gonna be like, we're gonna be like holographic by the end.
And then this table's gonna be like wet, and all our electronics are gonna short circuit.
It's a flood of sweat.
Part 2 is just gonna be in the dark.
So guys. Awesome. Yeah. How's everyone's week been?
It's been all right.
Have a good Labor Day.
Oh yeah,
happened?
Labor Day
I went
weekend.
to Vegas.
Yeah, you went.
did.
You went to
I went to Vegas. I'm only 20 though.
You had a 20th birthday celebration in Vegas.
I thought that was really funny. It was like, wait, because I had a couple people ask me
I went to Circus.
You were just fulfilling stereotypes.
And then we saw the Beatles' Love, which
is that
really
a stereotype?
Cool. Yeah, the Circus. Yeah, that's totally a stereotype.
Yep.
I'm glad. Yeah, you said you really liked Love.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, I still want to see it.
Pretty dope.
Awesome. What about gaming and anime?
Yeah.
You did anything like that?
Gaming. We bought Diablo.
Yes,
I still haven't started it.
You haven't started. We need to start it.
Yeah.
You want to start it this weekend?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
I've been playing a little bit of it.
Yeah. And then I've been watching that one detective show. I've been like sending you stuff about Rampo. I don't know how to pronounce it. It was like Rampo Kaitan or Kitan or something.
Oh yeah, because you talked about this last week.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
It was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it was a few weeks ago.
When you first started.
Yeah, I got a little bit further into it. It's pretty cool. The opening's really cool. I sent you the opening, but I don't think you watched it.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's pretty cool. That's about it.
Awesome. What about you, Donnie? Uh-oh.
Got a lot to say.
No, not really. No. It was a pretty good week, actually. It's getting less and less busy, which is nice. I finally
What does that mean?
have free time.
Yeah.
Even though it's the school year, I have more free time.
You got that free time?
Than my summer break.
Yeah. Your summer break was spent laboring and doing all kinds of crap.
Yep.
Just because you got free time doesn't mean you can get lax with your voice.
I can't.
Yeah.
But it's been really good. Non Biori is still happening for a little while longer, and
Yeah,
I love me some non.
I need to get caught up. I'm caught up on School Live. I'm not caught up.
I'm caught up on Monster Musume.
I know you're super not caught. Oh, you got caught up on Monster Musume?
Yeah.
Cool.
Not School Live though.
I know you're not. You're like 5 episodes. You're like
still at the Jelly
School
Girl
Live.
for Monster Musume.
Sue. Yeah.
Yep.
Sue got a funny episode this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she turned into Gojira.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Spoilers.
It's
Gojira.
not that big a deal.
That was really funny though.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Interesting.
Yeah, cool. So you just
But that wow. I actually kind of considered getting back into Final Fantasy XIV.
There you go.
Since it was related to our topic for this week, but I was just thinking back on it, and I was like, man, I kind of miss this now. Kind of miss it now.
Yeah, we even
their music is just fantastic.
Oh yeah, do you know if the soundtrack's on like iTunes and stuff? I need to look into that.
I don't know if it's on iTunes, but they've definitely been selling it for a while now. So
Okay.
Most likely.
Yeah, I could probably find
Yeah,
it.
most likely. But yeah, that's been about it.
It's really hot. We have
I'm sorry that there's so much dead air and that we're quiet and slow.
I know we're droning and just dragging
We're
along,
dying.
but it actually is just
We're
ass
probably
right
gonna
now.
pass out halfway through this.
Like by the end, we're just gonna be.
So anyway, yeah, have you been playing some WoW?
Yes,
And
been playing some WoW.
You make it through all the new content yet?
Not all of it.
Are you in like a guild and stuff?
Yes.
You do the whole shebang.
I am
You
in
got
a
a
Whole
cool-
shebang bang.
You got a cool guild. What's your guild? Yeah, I'm gonna do this.
No.
Calling you out right now.
No, I'm not
People
doing all
searching
that,
you
not
out.
doing all that.
Domo-san.
Probably Domo-san 92.
Probably. No, 'cause it's not.
Dumb boy.
Well, because Domo-san says
Oh yeah.
That's my
Blizzard
battle
now.
tag.
As a
Okay,
battle,
all right,
battle
right,
tag.
right.
With the random numbers at the end that I will never remember.
Reveal.
No, I just don't know.
Nobody knows.
I
I
have
think
to
mine's
know that.
1492. That's why I remember it.
I don't remember.
have to
Because I
tell
think of
people-
Columbus.
I have to tell people all the time, and I'm like,
I think
oh,
there's a
let me
1485.
look
Oh,
back
no.
at this.
Yeah, it's nice that they have them, but I never remember them.
Yeah.
Coming from someone who plays a lot of Blizzard games too.
You know, I tried to download League, but my desktop doesn't run it.
Really?
Really?
It's an old Vista desktop though,
Oh, okay.
and
Wait.
my laptop is in
Better?
the shop.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Like it's not broken, but the warranty was about to expire, and I was like, I might as well use this.
Yeah, I've actually
Paid
been
for it, so I might as well just go send it in.
Yeah, I've actually been looking at building a desktop. I have an idea. I have a pretty solid idea of what I'm gonna get. So I'm
Yeah,
probably
you
gonna build
sent
it.
your final specs.
it's-
Did you change
And
them
then we were
again?
giving you.
Maybe.
Uh-oh.
Maybe I changed them again.
Oh,
Then
are you still in that?
He's got that tighten
Are you
in
still
there.
within that budget, or did you like?
let's not talk about it.
Yeah. He's got that tighten in there.
No, that's like I put it.
Okay, so the R9.
Did you really?
I bumped it up to a 970.
Why not just go to 980 then?
Shut up.
There's
There's not that much of a difference.
yeah, you might as well just
In
go
price.
all out. Just get the 980.
So okay, well then.
If you're gonna go 970, if you're not gonna do 960 or 950, you might as well just do 980. Honestly,
Computer
it's what?
stuff.
This is the
40,
problem
50
is
bucks
you
more?
say that about
Yeah.
every part. You, like anybody can say, oh, it's like,
My-
oh, you got this. Well, you might
because-
as well just get
no,
that.
because
then.
you're like-
But you just keep moving.
you
up.
have your pinky toe in the 980 pool right now, but you won't commit. So you might as well just go in there, just dive in there.
Oh no.
Like if your pinky toe was in
How
any
much do you think
else,
this computer is
anything
right
else,
now? How much do you-
900.
It's about 1,000 right now.
that's still really cheap.
Shut up.
His original budget was like
700.
700.
I know, but you're still not in the red flag. At least you haven't doubled it yet.
Wow. That's such a. That's a weird policy.
I was honestly expecting you to double that price by the end, so
Oh, my
you're doing
goodness.
all right.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, what happened with my laptop
If I
was
wasn't
like,
building it myself, it would probably be about there.
Yeah, 14, 1500.
Yeah.
That's about average. It's not a bad price for a desktop these days.
Yeah. You got. What were you
oh
gonna
yeah,
say?
yeah. Like what happened with like my laptop was like I was originally like 1,000, 1,200, 1,800.
Yeah. It just escalates super quick.
That's a laptop though. That
Laptops
Because you're
jump
never
up
they
gonna
really
fast.
pretty
yeah.
committed to
skyrocket.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna. Have 16 gigs coming right now, but I'll probably start adding to that, and I'll probably
16
start,
RAM.
Yeah.
You don't need any more than that. You barely need
wa-
16.
He wants to put you wanted to put like what 64 gigs of RAM in there.
Why?
Someday.
No
I'm
one
Like,
does
no
that.
one. This is if you got like
No
10
one-
monitors.
I
like-
want to command NASA from my desktop.
No one even does 32 hardly.
Yeah.
Like 64.
my
Why?
laptop's 16. That's already a pretty good amount.
Okay.
That's extreme for a
Yeah.
laptop.
Hey, we're in there. That's all
And
I'm
I edit
saying.
a lot,
That's
too.
all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So-
That's overkill. Like unless you're planning on running Witcher, Inquisition,
And Crisis 3.
yeah,
At the same
at the
time.
same time, you're not gonna need all that RAM.
Hey, whatever. I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
You do anything else this week?
Um,
Don't talk to me about my computer.
No, we all went to Triple Crown Games and
Oh yeah, that was a little local card
did a
shop.
field trip to play some Force of Will
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
on Labor Day
We've been getting,
when we weren't even sure if
if
it
it
was open.
We didn't even check. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, we've been playing more and more Force of Will.
Yeah.
We're having a lot of fun with that. It's a little weird right now in terms of
little
the meta,
broken.
but it's a.
But we're not playing based off the meta, which
7 Kings
is
of the
why
Lands.
I really enjoy playing it right now
Yeah,
because I don't
none of us
have anyone
run.
that's like
Like you're the closest.
I was playing at my locals and I got beat super hard by Baja.
Well, it's just the one dude, right?
Yeah. Turn 3, I lost both games.
yeah, that's
Yeah, that's about how
Baja
it goes.
Blast right now.
Baja Blast.
Unless you're gonna build up that young Melgus Blast, you're not gonna.
Please don't. I don't want to play against that.
Got that Snow White blast.
You got the Snow White Blast. No, you don't, because you can still lock
Bloody
him down.
Snow White, yeah.
You can still lock him down.
Yep.
You just keep him tapped.
Yeah, you either lock them down, or some people, what they're trying right now with Grimia is to sustain, just survive that initial burn,
I don't understand.
so that they can get the free J activate and start getting their heals back with Ragnarok.
I don't get it. That's not. Oh well. It's too reactionary in my opinion. Anyways,
It's well, that's the whole point of Grimia is to play at high risk, high reward
why would you do that?
because it's
just play
fun.
consistent.
It's fun
No, play
because you
Glass
want to risk
cannon.
getting that first turn feasting draw for your
Oh
magic
my
stone
gosh.
and not be able to do anything.
Anyways, we're gonna move on. Do you have anything else you want to talk about from this week?
No,
Got that World of
It's all on
Warcraft,
you
got the
now.
Force of
just
Will.
that World of Warcraft. Yeah, what
Huh?
have you been up
Let's
to,
see if you
Joe?
can top everything, Joe.
Since you've
Okay.
actually gotten Diablo and played it, how's that been for you?
Oh, Diablo's been pretty good. I've played a little more than Demethy.
Are you soloing as a monk as well as partying?
No,
or
I'm
have you chosen-
soloing as a wizard.
Okay.
I'm keeping my pure monk, my monk virginity until we actually play as a group, and then
Okay.
like she'll be my party character. Right now, I'm playing as a wizard. She's level 24 now.
I've seen wizards. They're really cool.
They're really cool.
Really
Apparently,
cool.
they're not that good in parties, so I figured I'd make it as my solo because they don't really do anything to help.
No, they don't do anything.
They're just
no.
there for DPS.
They just that's
they
like
don't assist other people.
Well, that's what mages do in
yeah,
general.
that's what they do. They're just DPS.
Not a
so I was
prince.
just like, oh, I'll just make that.
I'm gonna play the demon hunter,
Yeah, you're gonna play as the Demon Hunter
and
because
my
he
brother is gonna play as the
Crusader. Yes.
Crusader's
and
pretty
Arnold
cool,
will probably
too.
play as the Barbarian.
Yeah.
It's just kind of working out that way.
Yep.
Yeah, I kind of saw Arnold as either Crusader or Barbarian.
He's gonna be a Barbarian. Like we already figured.
Makes sense.
Arnold can't take.
You can't take for him.
He's gonna
We
run
tried
in.
it. We tried it.
He goes gung ho. He might as well take.
We tried it. We tried him in Heroes. He's a terrible tank.
Really?
He's just a bad tank.
We're all terrible tanks.
I'm a mediocre tank, but that's because I use Johanna.
Am I
Did
the
you-
only actual tank
Yeah.
from that one game?
Yeah.
Well, because like I use the best tank in the game, and I'm just okay.
Oh, that guy was fun though. I forget who I was using.
ETC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's ETC.
it was fun.
You never ran into in Warcraft?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I'm Horde, but I've never really touched the Tauren side of Horde.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's probably why. Okay. Yeah, after Diablo, playing a lot of that. It's funny because like as I was unlocking difficulty levels, I was just bumping up the difficulty, so I leveled up a lot. So I'm finished with Act 1. I don't want to spoil who we fight. There's like 2 major bosses until the end of Act 1. I just don't want to spoil it for him since he hasn't played it. Beyond that, I've been playing. What was I playing? I played Destiny Guides 2.0 update, so I've been messing around with that, getting my characters level 34.
You did make a message about that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you saw my little.
saw that.
You saw
Yeah.
my little my screen cap.
When you were actually excited but you said playing it made you excited for the new
Yeah, I'm cautiously
expansion that came out.
optimistic.
Yeah.
I gotta log in and get my thorns.
Yeah, it will just show up in your inventory,
Cool.
which is really cool. And they
So have they actually
they also added a ton of vault space.
they established themselves as an MMO, or are they?
They won't.
finally-
They'll never say that they're
not-
an
they're not
MMO.
gonna admit
They
it.
are, but they won't say it. And they plus like how many? Okay, I want to ask you this question because I don't know. How many characters? How many players can you have on a WoW server at one time?
on a WoW server?
Yeah, like how many people all at once?
I don't know. That's a lot.
See, with Destiny, it's not a lot.
I can't count that.
It's like 16,
on one server.
in one area at a
one
time.
area of the server.
At a time, you
Yeah.
can run into.
They base it
possibly
off
Oh
by
no,
area.
no.
Like
yeah.
they segment it
You
off.
can run into multiple. They used to have 40-man raids in WoW.
Yeah,
and
see,
that still wasn't like
we have 6-man.
that
raids,
still wasn't taxing.
which actually works. Like in this game, it works better. You want like a fire team, basically. That's what they're actually called. But like a 6-man raid is like plenty.
No, what they did while they used to have 10-man raiding as a thing, and 25-man for like the larger groups. But for Warlords of Draenor, they removed 10-man raids as an established thing and just made it flex. Which means if you don't have enough for the full 25 or 20, actually I don't even think they do it for Mythic. It's just for normal and heroic. If you don't have enough for the full 25, everything inside the raid will scale to
I like that. That's very
level.
cool.
It's very cool, but I really did enjoy being able
Having
to have
that
10-man.
giant.
Because they used to have 10-man, 25, and flex if you were too big for 10.
Oh, so
but
you
too
liked having the
small.
option.
I liked having the option of 10-man.
Yeah, I get that. But yeah, Destiny 2.0 has been cool. I'm looking forward to basically the Taken King update because like what's cool about Destiny, at least from this, I would say this is cool, is even if you don't buy the DLC, they add a lot of the new weapons and stuff like that. You can't get the raid weapons, but you can just get the random weapons through random drops. I don't know if WoW is like that, where you still have access to the equipment and stuff.
If you don't have the expansion?
Correct.
No.
Yeah, see, that's how.
Because the expansions come with a level increase.
Yeah.
So you can't get that level.
Well, that's actually what they're doing with Taken King, sadly, is they are making it so it's like you have to get to this level to use this equipment.
Yeah.
So it's the same. Like it's getting more and more like an MMO,
Kind of sounds
but
like
they
an
will
MMO.
not say it's an MMO. It seems like
I'm gonna drink this water and I'm gonna cover this label.
discreetly covered the label. And after that, I was playing. What was it? Playing. Oh, Metal Gear 5. Playing more of that. That's been really fun. I actually took a little break from it just to play some of the other games. I was getting a little frustrated, not because of the game, but I got to a level I was just kind of like frustrated with, and then I realized I had to do the level at night. Basically, had to, and like there was no like intel to get from anybody. It says like come here at night.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, okay, well, now I'm kind of mad, so I'll just come back to this later.
Right.
Then I played Diablo for hours.
Yeah, that's
how that
what,
goes.
Yeah.
Oh, in case you were wondering, 3.
Diablo 3, Reaper of Souls,
Yeah,
Ultimate Edition for the PlayStation 4.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I think anime-wise, I just School Live. I'm caught up on that. I haven't watched Super. We've been talking about Super with all like the next gen people, and we're all like,
Not
"This is
impressed.
not great.
It's
This isn't
not.
great.
Soul Eater not.
It's not."
Yeah, you showed me that.
That was bad.
That
Oh
was-
yeah, I love that. Like the like that.
That is
one,
bad.
like, we'll just
Oh.
reverse this and then
Whatever
play
that
it
was.
again.
Okay, sure. All right.
Yeah, school.
Yeah,
But yeah,
was
Super is
getting there.
looking very.
Dragon Ball Super. In case anyone's
It's
wondering.
not super.
It's not Super.
Not very super.
It's not
Not
Hatchala.
super. No.
Dragon Ball mediocre.
And they had a nice song too. Like,
It's a good song. I like both songs.
a nice song. The animation for the theme for the opening looks nice.
Yeah, it's just like everything else is.
But that's where it
moody.
ends.
It just looks like, where's the money? Where's the money?
It's not.
Not
It's
there.
Not in the
there.
animation.
It's really weird. It's just like, you have this high. I don't know how to. Dragon Ball is like a pillar of the anime.
They have to be
anime community.
like swimming in dough. Like they're drowning at this point.
Yeah, it's-
'cause-
Why would you take the time to make a new series for a series so influential as Dragon Ball, and then not put in the effort to make it one of the must-watch shows of the season?
yeah.
Because it's not.
Because
It's retreading plot,
To be-
first of all, which is
Yep.
fair.
which is fine because
But
it
'cause
was
it's
an
doing a
interesting
different-
plot and
it's
it's
doing a different
nice
spin
to
on
get
it.
the actual story behind it all.
But it's just they
Just like-
they didn't put in the time for scripting and they didn't put in the time for animation. It's just not there. It's bad.
You just have to understand. You're coming back from your last actual show being GT,
Yeah, which
and now
and
you're leaving a bad taste
Which
in people's
many,
mouths.
like-
I'm
Yeah.
honest, like I told you guys earlier this week, but I prefer GT at this point because
is
they
really sad.
put more work into it.
yeah, they did. It looks better.
Yeah.
We were talking about this. This show from the '90s looks better than this show from
significantly
20 years,
better.
20 years later,
Yep.
we have a show that looks worse. Why?
That is super right now.
Like, just because it's smoother looking doesn't, but it's not smooth because it's all disjointed when they actually do fights.
Yeah, the
Just
fights
the
are
characters
just
look better.
very choppy and just.
And then
just
sometimes
ugly.
sometimes they're off model. Like, I need to show you that one where they're talking to, like where they're talking, and like Goku's eyes are just like weirdly covering his face.
Wait, what?
There's like tons
there are
of
just
bad.
a lot of
It's bad.
still moments where the character no longer looks like the character.
Really?
There's
Yeah.
off model. It's what they are. This is bad.
Yeah, I just knew about the animation because you showed me the.
I showed you the
clip.
one scene, where we had a comparison of Battle of Gods, which is fair because it was only like a minute, so it wouldn't,
Yeah.
and it's in a movie. But then we showed you the scene from Super. It's
Yep.
like 2.5 minutes, and looks significantly worse. And looks significantly worse. I would say scripted.
The
like,
choreography for the
the
fight.
choreography of the
is-
fight was bad.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Goku
live
looked
up-
like an
yeah.
idiot.
Yeah.
Goku looked like he never fought in his life. He was kicking and flailing.
Yeah, the way we said it, the movie looked like he was outclassed. The show looked like he'd never fought before in his life. Like,
Yeah.
that was just his first time.
I know. I don't know. So I've been watching School Live because I'm having fun with that. I still want to get caught up on Monster Musume, which you said you're caught up on.
And then I need to get caught up on School Live.
Yeah, we're gonna trade spots because since I'm reviewing Monster Musume.
I still need to get caught up on Shimonetta because I'm reviewing Shimonetta.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Shimonetta has been like the internet thing.
Yeah,
this season.
it's
huh?
funny.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like everyone's talking
Everyone
about
loves it?
It's really funny.
It's because it's about the new jokes.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's dumb.
And it's got a
fun.
glasses girl.
Oh.
Did the other girl ever show up?
Not where I'm at.
What the heck?
I don't know about recently.
Oh,
she
yeah.
might have.
Yeah, the one,
the one that Joe's been waiting for since
She didn't show up.
the announcement because
Hey, main character girl wears glasses, so I guess it's fine. But it's like
Joe, we know who you really wanted to see. You wanted to see
the
adult
the
Mirai.
adult Mirai. Well, that's what she looks like. But.
Yeah.
How are we on time?
No, he just gave us like a
okay.
5-minute warning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much how my week's gone. In terms of stuff I'm looking forward to, it's just probably getting back to Metal Gear because I want to get back to that, and then this weekend we'll probably play some Diablo, do some dungeon raiding. Is that what we would call it? Crawling, raiding,
Dungeon crawling.
crawling.
Yeah.
Go get gear.
dungeon
punch
crawler.
things, slash things.
You get gear for everything in there, though. I do like how,
I heard,
how all of
yeah.
Diablo's gear is like useful.
Yeah, you're like drowning in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're pretty much drowning in
I
it.
feel like leveling wise, it's also really like perfectly timed. I feel like I get a level like when I should, and I don't. I still feel like I'm working for it, but I'm like, oh, I got a level.
It's like
oh,
if you're
I got like halfway through this dungeon. Or
if you're
halfway through
progressing,
yeah,
it shows.
it shows. And you realize by the end of a dungeon that you can deal with the stuff that you were having trouble with sometimes at the beginning of the dungeon. And I'm like, oh, this is really good progress.
Yep.
It immediately shows that you're doing well.
And there's a surprisingly large amount of customization.
I was going to talk about this. The skill customization
Yep.
in the game is nuts. I
Yeah.
did not expect this. I'm like, there's a billion skills here. I'm never going to run
and
out.
different
Before our
variations.
thing
It's
cuts off.
really
No,
great.
we're fine. We're
Are you sure?
yeah.
Give us like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We can finish this.
But it's nuts. I was so impressed. You were just so paranoid about it. I'm super impressed with it. I feel like there's everything. I'm using the wizard. And she has like an ice beam, but then she can turn it into like a lightning. Then there's like lightning beam.
Yeah.
And then she has like a force palm thing where she like pushes at the ground. But then you can make that blow people back or like stun them or like.
yeah.
And then I have like one that's like a cutting thing, but then you could turn it into a fire cutting thing that buffs your other fire spells. And I'm like, it's great. It's awesome.
Nerd.
Awesome. Well, on that note, jerk, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll get to you guys. We'll talk to you guys about our favorite and least favorite bosses.
Joe's a nerd.
Welcome back to the Next Gen Nation podcast, you guys. Let's just get right into it. The theme on this very hot day are favorite
Hot bosses.
and least favorite
Hot bosses.
bosses.
Yeah. So we.
I think one qualifies in that category.
Yeah. There you go. So I'm gonna start us off. My favorite boss of all time. I'm building this up a lot.
Oh, is this all time for you?
I don't know if it's all time. It's pretty close.
Yeah.
I really like the Metroid, the Queen Metroid from Super Metroid. It's super cool. The Queen.
You really like Super Metroid in general, don't
I
you?
do.
Yeah.
It's a really cool game.
Yeah,
I think
he's got Samus all over the place.
I think design wise, it's probably the best game ever. This is my opinion, obviously. I think it's the best game ever made. The best video game ever made. It influences so many things.
E.T.
Some stiff competition for ET. I think it just does so much stuff right, including the beginning where you lose all your stuff, and the ending where the baby Metroid comes and it gives you the hyper beam that helps you beat the queen. Because it's basically a cutscene. There weren't really a lot of cutscenes in the Super
Right.
Nintendo days, and outside of RPGs.
So which came first, Super Metroid or Mega Man X? Because they both follow the same structure in a sense.
Date-wise, I don't think they influenced each other that much. They're very different games.
They are, but they still the whole lose your powers in the beginning. They
I
both
think-
kind of pioneered
Well,
that.
yeah,
in a
they both
sense.
did. I think that's a good question. I don't know which came first. I mean, like with Super, you don't actually lose your powers at the beginning. You just kind of don't have any.
Oh,
If I
okay.
remember correctly, you just don't have any. You just kind of start with whatever, and you just get them all, and then. Metroid is famous for doing that, giving you all of the stuff for the power sheet and taking it all away. That's really common. But this is where you first got a lot of the powers. So, but Super, the ending to Super is all hope is lost. You're up against an unwinnable boss.
Yep.
You're up against the Metroid Queen, and you the baby Metroid comes and saves you, which is we always joke about the Other M,
Yeah.
but that's kind of where that stems from.
Yeah.
It's that's the first cutscene in Other M is the baby comes, gives you this super awesome hyper beam, and it helps you defeat this boss.
Yeah.
And there's a lot. It's the climax of the game. It's right there. I don't think a lot of games have really been able to pull that off as well. You feel so cool at the end of that game because of that, being able to just defeat this giant one-eyed big dinosaur-looking thing.
Right.
And you're just and it just dies. It's awesome. It's
Good
it's
visual
empowering.
representation for the people listening
Hey,
to
that's
the
what
audio.
Sam was pointing my arm up in the air. I don't know. It's I don't feel that cool even today in a lot of games where obviously there's a lot of style and flair and stuff like
Yeah.
Bayonetta, Devil May Cry, games that want you to feel cool.
Yeah.
Games that want you to feel accomplished. They want you to feel powerful. I felt like going from I'm about to lose to I have the most powerful weapon in this game, in this series, besides the what's it called, the mega bomb? I forget, the super bomb, the screen wiping bomb. Then there's like the hyper beam, which is like just it's super cool. I don't know.
I don't know too many games that start you from rock bottom like that anymore.
Yeah,
like just trying to come from.
Well, like game designers are so worried about like players getting bored quickly. They don't want you to start out weak. I think in some ways it's helpful.
I don't know, how does it even work with Devil May Cry anymore? Because I remember the Devil May Cry I used to play.
Yeah, I was going to bring this up actually.
It was like very basic, but you would get new weapons as you go on.
I was going to bring this up. They give you like the styles now. Remember in like 3 and 4, you have like these different styles that you can switch from. You don't start off with those, but you start off with all these moves, like like especially the most iconic Devil May Cry move is probably the stinger, the
Yeah.
But yeah, I think game designers in some ways are better. Like a good recent example is Arkham Knight. And when you started Arkham Asylum, you remember this because you just recently played it. You don't start with many gadgets. You basically start with punching and kicking and countering.
Yeah.
Yep.
Arkham Knight, you start with basically your whole repertoire of weapons from the previous game.
Really?
Yeah, like all your gadgets that you've basically had, you get a couple more. You start with almost all of them. It just assumes you know how to use the tools.
Okay.
It also doesn't want you to have to keep repeating that process of gaining your weapons back.
I think that's kind of fair on their part, though,
Yeah.
considering they made you do it a couple
A couple
before.
times. Well, that's the thing. Is like Metroid, you do it every time, basically. You
Yeah.
still go back and do it. It's a very classic form of game design.
Yeah.
Modern developers, I think, they're just worried about like people getting bored. I think they respect gamers a bit more in terms of like understanding the language of like if this is the third game in the series or fourth game in the series like Arkham Knight, they know how to play roughly. Like that game starts off difficulty wise, it ramps up much quicker. In terms of like a variety of enemies and whatnot. I don't think it's a bad thing to have a game where you still start at rock bottom. I think that's actually still good design if you make that rock bottom still fun.
Yeah.
Like a good example is another modern example, Infamous. Obviously, in Second Son, you obviously still get like a lot of the powers, but you start with smoke. Smoke is still super fun. You like dash through like vents and stuff. You can dash around and turn into a smoke cloud for a second. You shoot like a rapid fire machine gun version of the blast and stuff like that. You know, do. It's still fun. And also Infamous 1 and 2.
I didn't play Second Son.
Well, once you get a PS4, you can do it.
I didn't play 2. I was that interested in 2.
You didn't like 2? 2's really fun. I like 2 better than 1.
Really?
Yeah, 2's better than 1. I think it's better. Yeah. And then in terms of my worst / least favorite boss battle, from my childhood especially, Dr. Octopus, the final fight from Spider-Man 2, probably the worst thing I've ever played in my life. In terms of like, this game is like, when people think of fun Spider-Man games, the first one I always brought up is Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
It's got the web swing, it's got the combos, it's got all the characters.
You don't die from landing on land.
You don't
like you
die.
did in the first one for some reason.
There's like a mist, there's a fog of poisonous gas. No, you can do everything a spider can.
Yeah.
But that final boss battle is awful. And you've already had one with you have one with Doc Ock where you're on the train. That's super fun. Then you have this last one where it's like he's starting like the generator thing. It's like he's in his warehouse and it creates like this big force field that'll go really quick sometimes and like knock you back. But then you go into ragdoll mode, so you're like falling down and you have to beat up all these generators and he's attacking you the whole time. And whenever you go into ragdoll, he can still hit you, and sometimes he'll go into ragdoll and he'll pick you up and throw you again, and then you get hit by the force field again.
Yeah.
It's just not a fun time.
It's not a fun time. It's a poorly designed final encounter, and like you're not fighting him.
Yeah.
You're fighting against the generator, the nuclear reactor, or whatever. I forget what it was exactly.
Oh, you're not even fighting him?
You're not really fighting him.
Oh.
He doesn't have a health bar. You're fighting these generators.
So you just have to get those down in time.
Beating up the generators.
Wow.
And the whole time he's just harassing you. It's a weird final encounter.
Wow. Okay.
It doesn't feel climactic at all. It just feels like I honestly was like, so where's the boss battle? Oh, this is the ending.
Yeah.
That was the ending to that game.
Wow.
Oh.
Anyways, I'll move on to you.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to jump in because, just to say, from Spider-Man, it made me think about the Spider-Man that I really enjoyed, which was Web of Shadows.
I like Web of Shadows.
And I remember my favorite boss fight, and that one being against Wolverine.
Oh, yeah.
Where he quizzes you with Marvel knowledge to see if you're really who you are, and if you don't get it right, you have to like fight for real. But if not, you get like a little pass each time.
Get a
wow.
little bit of
I
pass
just remember that
Little
element
pass
to the
pass.
game, and I thought it was really cool for a boss fight
to have like a
to have like
moment.
an option.
That's fun.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool.
Yep. So my favorite boss is Red from Pokemon.
Yeah.
Pokemon Gold, Silver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Up on Mount whatever.
Yeah,
Mount Silver?
Mount Silver.
Was it Mount
Yeah,
Silver?
yeah.
Yeah,
Mount
Mount Silver. Yeah, like it's just really cool because like as someone that's played every single Pokemon game ever, except Pokemon Snap. I didn't play Snap.
You didn't play Pokemon Snap? I like Snap.
I played Snap a
It's
little
okay.
Played a little bit of Hello Pikachu.
Hey.
But yeah,
Pikachu
like
count.
coming from the first generation of Pokemon, Red and Blue.
Red and blue.
yeah,
and
red
then
and
green
blue.
was in Japan.
Yeah, green was Japan. Coming from that, playing through it as Red, like throughout going through
Yeah.
the Elite Four and everything, and then jumping into Silver, and then beating that, and then finding Red just sitting
hanging
there.
there.
Just hanging there.
He's just chilling.
Spitting out ellipses all
Yeah.
day long.
He's like,
Dot,
yo,
dot, dot.
yo, we gonna battle.
But he doesn't say that.
No, the
he just
beautiful,
stands
the
there.
just
beautiful
stands
thing
there.
about it is that he doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't look any different from the little trainers.
No, it's
Yeah.
exactly the
Yeah,
same
no, like
icon.
Yeah,
you
it's the
show
same
up.
icon,
Character
so you're just
design.
like, oh, okay, it's just some random dude. He doesn't speak.
Yeah, he doesn't
They put
speak.
question marks. You don't know who he is.
Yeah.
But then it's not like these games had great graphics, but you see his little sprite
You see
farm,
his sprite
and
when
you
he
know
shows up.
exactly who
'Cause
it
it's
is.
the
Yeah.
same, it's the same
Yeah.
one that you had.
Yeah, like, it's really
the
cool.
one from Yellow, I believe, right?
Yes,
It's
from
the
Yellow.
sprite from Yellow.
Yeah, like it's just really cool because like when you're playing through the first gen, you don't say anything, and then you get into second gen, you show up, you just dot,
yeah.
and then just go
Well,
straight into
I
the
like,
battle.
I
You
always
just-
like the idea of it's just like they lock eyes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they know. Like
Yeah.
it's just like, yep, we're doing this.
like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, but like
You've
I'm
heard
just,
stories about this red guy, and here he is.
I'm
and
just
he's
wondering
heard about
how
you.
long he's been sitting there.
I always just assume, yeah, like he just kind of chills.
Didn't you like become Elite Four leader at the end of?
Yeah, you're the
Red-
champion.
Yeah, you're the
Pokemon
champion.
That's what happens at the end of every
You
Pokemon.
become like the leader. So
Yeah.
he obviously like heard from word of mouth. There's this new kid.
There's a new punk.
New kid in town.
You know what? I'll just go wait for him on top of this
Yep.
mountain.
He's
He'll
like, you
figure
know
it
what?
out.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? He's done everything I've done. He's probably gonna come here now.
Like
Yeah.
this is like the most like shonen thing ever.
Yeah, it's like because you have to like go through your own path, and
Yeah.
then you go through his path, and then you find him. And
Yep.
it's like this climactic fight.
Yeah, but yeah, like it's really cool. He's got cool Pokemon.
He's got all the starters.
He's got all the starters.
Fully evolved.
All
he's
the
got
starters
Pikachu,
fully evolved.
Yes.
Pikachu,
Snorlax.
which was a bitch. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Snorlax is like probably the hardest.
Snorlax
fight
was
in
Yeah.
that
the tough one right there. He snored and body slammed me to
Okay.
like 4 to 5 tries.
fight. Okay, I'm gonna tell you a little tidbit, a little spoiler
Oh.
about my life as a child.
Uh-oh.
I used the clone trick.
So did I.
Oh.
Everyone did.
I did it in Crystal.
Did you?
Of course I did.
Yeah.
I
So
had
I had
5 type lotions.
five for alligators. My team was for alligators. I only needed one because it was level 100.
Yeah.
So you just go through his whole thing. That's what I did.
Yeah.
I mean, I went back one day, like when I was older, and did it all legit. I used the clone technique.
No, I didn't.
That's such like
I
used the
cloned,
clone
but
the second time
I
around.
cloned, but I
Because
didn't
it's fun.
actually use them. I just liked having more than one type lotion.
I just had a party of them, but I only
I
ever
didn't
needed
actually.
one.
I never actually used them in a party. I just had them as a collection.
I did this in Crystal, and I had 6 Suicunes.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's great. Wait, didn't they fix it by Crystal?
No, it worked in
Oh
Crystal.
yeah,
They
Crystal.
didn't fix it in Crystal. They just made it much harder to accomplish because it was like a GBA version too now. So they kind of
No,
changed
was
the
it?
format.
No.
Crystal came on color and GBA.
Did it?
Yep.
I don't remember the GBA version.
I gotta go find that.
Swear to you.
I've never seen that.
No.
I'm gonna look this up later. I'm looking this up. Okay.
Okay, all right. So,
I'll take your word for it.
all right. So moving on to my
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
One more thing. One more thing I wanted to say.
yeah,
Never mind.
dead
forgot.
air.
Dead air. All right. Yeah. I don't know.
All right. So the boss I didn't like was Bad Girl from No More Heroes.
Okay. Well, who is Bad Girl? For
She's
people that don't know.
she's this girl with a baseball bat. She's a bad girl.
Okay.
What does she look like, Dorothy?
She's got like blonde hair.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's her
I-
defining
that- yeah,
characteristic.
that- so
a bad girl.
Yeah, she's a bad girl. I just remember her being like really
Mary
frustrating to play against, just because like she was just kind of cheap. Her baseball bat, her dumb baseball bat, does like a ton of damage on you, and you got like this laser beam katana that does like nothing on her.
Which I always thought was funny. It's
Like,
like
no-
how useless the katana
Yeah.
is against bosses.
Like No More Heroes is generally pretty good about their bosses for
yeah,
the most
it's, like,
part.
it's a big part of the
But
game.
like this was just like completely different, and she was just cheap, and that's why I don't like her.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, that's pretty much all there was to it. I just didn't like her. It's just frustrating to
That's
play
not
against.
bad.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's like your worst experience of the boss is, no, I didn't really like her.
yeah.
That's not bad.
I like all the other bosses. They were fun.
Okay, fair enough.
All right,
moving on.
to you.
All right.
We saved the best for last, I feel like,
Yeah.
with yours. Go ahead. Good sir.
I-
No, do your least, do your least
I should
favorite
do my
first,
least favorite first.
and then we'll end with your favorite.
Okay, well, my least favorite comes from one of my favorite games, Kingdom Hearts 2, but I did not like
Demix.
Demix.
You almost
I
forgot.
said it right?
I think it's
I always
Demix.
mess up his name. Demix?
Demix?
Something
I think
like
it's
that.
Demix.
I think it's Demix.
Dance Water Dance is who
Dance
I did
Water
not
Dance
like.
is the greatest thing ever.
He had the funnest catchphrase, but I just didn't.
I
And
like
didn't,
Demix as
I
a
didn't like.
character.
I didn't dislike his entire fight. I just disliked the Dance Water Dance
the
mechanic
timed bit.
Yeah.
because it was a little glitchy at times.
Your opinion.
My fact. When you give me a time limit and you don't let me reaction
Your strongly
command,
supported opinion.
because you can't. Some of those water notes you can't actually beat into submission. You have to use the reaction command
commands.
to destroy
yeah,
it.
no, the whole game.
But sometimes you can't use your reaction command right away on them.
Because you need
And-
more things around.
Yeah, and you still, if you're still flinging that thing around while the time hits 0, he's
Doesn't
not
count.
dead.
He's not dead.
Yep.
He's
So you
alive.
lost the fight.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's dumb.
You were doing this on critical though. This is like most of us.
I was doing this on the
Proud.
the hardest U.S. version, whatever it was.
I think it was Proud or Critical.
Proud.
I don't know if we got
Probably
Critical at the
Proud.
time.
I think we
It's
got
probably
critical in the new
Critical's
2.5.
Critical is tough.
But yeah, but it was dumb. I just did not like it.
Nah.
But once you know the fight, obviously it's
Yeah.
not a problem. But to do it that first time, it
definitely.
was just frustrating.
I feel like going back. Maybe that's probably why I like it more. Going back to it, I find it easier now. But that first time as a kid, you have trouble with it.
Yeah.
It's not fun. It's not a fun fight.
No,
The problem is like as a character, he's cool.
he's
got-
probably the most fun
He's
as
got
a
like
character.
is it a sitar? Is what you would probably describe his weapon. It's not a bass.
It's
'cause
shaped like a sitar, but he
It's like a
plays it like
sitar
a.
guitar
Or is it a
thing.
mandolin?
I
forget
think it's
what
a sitar.
I think it's a sitar. But he's like, and it's like really cool. Like I actually
Yeah.
liked his shtick.
Yeah,
I think
it
of
was
all-
really cool.
I think of all the organization weapons, maybe besides Axel's, that are like his like fire
Yeah.
rings.
I liked Marluxia's rose scythe.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the scythe was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of the organization members had really cool weapons. To be
Yeah.
fair.
They were cool characters.
And then
they
there
were
was,
pretty cool.
what was it to do with the cards? I was forgetting. He's- anyways,
The old guy, right?
yeah, he's the older
I
guy.
know who you're talking about.
And you had to play like a gambling game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll move on to your favorite boss because I feel like it is
Because
the
I
best
mean,
boss.
she's obviously the best boss because her name is the
The
boss.
boss.
From Metal Gear
buddy.
Solid 3, Snake Eater. And I mean,
I don't. Where do you begin with the boss?
yeah, what is there to say? She betrays you, but not really.
She's a bouse.
She's a boss.
I don't know
This
her.
is, yeah, this
She
is gonna
walks around in all white
this
in
is
the
gonna
middle of the jungle.
Yeah, this is going to expose how little Timothy knows about the boss
Doesn't,
currently.
she walks around in all white in the middle of the jungle.
Camouflage, though.
Doesn't scuff up anything.
She's got like a snake scar that moves.
I don't know how that
Wait,
works.
what?
Ocelot's her kit. Oh.
It is.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
Ocelot's her kit. Anyways.
Going back to that scar that moves. What?
Oh,
does
yeah,
that
she got like
work?
a cool snake scar.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah, it gives the illusion that it moves.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
See, the thing about like Metal Gear is like you saw it when you're playing Solid 1.
Yeah.
Snake and also the big boss
Mm-hmm.
by extension, they fight a lot of supernatural people.
Yeah.
And they're just dudes. They're just really well trained, strong people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're good soldiers.
The boss was like.
The boss is
the
the one
original.
that trained the.
Because
She trained Big Boss.
Okay.
Do you know the format yet for snakes?
Do I?
How there's
There's two snakes.
original Big
Oh,
Boss
yeah, yeah,
Snake,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
he was cloned twice, Solid and
Liquid.
Liquid. No, there's 3 times. What's the?
Solidus. The president.
Yes, thank you. I couldn't remember it because it's Solid and then Solidus.
Solidus. Yeah, he's the president.
Yeah, he's the president.
He works for the Patriots.
He's in 2.
I know way too much about Metal Gear fiction. That's
No,
the problem.
I always say there's 3, but I can never remember
Yeah, Solidus and Solidus.
that it goes from Solid to Solidus.
Yeah.
yeah.
But the boss trained Big Boss in CQC, close quarters combat. They developed it, basically. Like, they developed their own kind of fighting style for
Right.
soldiers. It's basically Krav Maga.
Yeah,
It's Krav Maga.
It basically is like the birth of Krav Maga, which is a very impressive birth story.
But Yeah, she works with the unit. There's called. That's not Foxhound. What do they call it? They have like a cool name. I forget. But she's basically the leader of this unit of supernatural beings. I don't know what else to call them.
Being regular as her.
She's just regular ass
their
lady.
leader.
With a moving scar.
With a moving weird scar tattoo. And she has this gun called the Patriot, which is the coolest gun.
It's the best gun.
Because the bullets don't come out spinning. Nope. They come out flipping.
Really?
Yeah, so it's like you see, it's like.
How does that work?
It just does. Okay, it works, and like, the whole fight's amazing. And at the end, you pick up her gun and you kill her.
Don't kill her, you get the gun. There's two ways to play it. You know how there's always two ways to beat a boss. Oh, no, you're talking about
I'm talking about like the ending of the fight. You
still
shoot.
No, yeah. Regardless, but you actually get it to play with if you
do a whole non-lethal fight, which is crazy hard.
Which is basically you just have to
counter every. It's the CQC fight.
You have to CQC fight her. But it's not like fighting Ocelot. It's fighting the creator, and she's badass.
And it's funny because like we're talking about how she's in all white.
Yeah.
But you're fighting in a field of roses that are all white.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yep.
And did you ever use the geisha mask?
Yeah.
Which is just covers your face in white, and then you wear white, like you wear an Arctic camo. So you're in white, and so you can just lay down in the grass. You just wait for her to, like these games are so dumb in how they manage
it was Metal Gear Solid 3 was just amazing to me. I just loved how camo worked in there.
Yeah, like you had to put on different outfits, and you had to cover your face.
They have camo in 5 right now with what Joe's going through. It started in there.
He doesn't really know. He hasn't seen me play it.
Oh, you haven't really?
I haven't watched them.
There's just you get camo suits
and
it goes from having regular camo to being in Metal Gear Solid 4 and having that chameleon skin,
the octopus skin, whatever it's called.
And then going back because you go back to Peace Walker days where that technology wasn't around.
Yeah.
But you don't get camo as easily in Peace
Walker. In Peace Walker, you get camo.
You do?
Yeah.
Is it as easy though? Because I
don't think you don't switch it out.
You don't switch it out like you do.
It's like 5.
Yeah.
5 is just Peace Walker 2. The boss is just
and
everything about her as a character.
It was a beautiful theme song for starters, and you're fighting to that in the end.
Oh yeah, you fight to Snake.
And there's a time limit.
Yeah,
there's a legit time limit.
The time limit is nukes are being fired at your location. You need to leave. Oh. You need to have this final fight and win.
But she won't let you leave. You have to surpass the master.
Her.
Like that's her. The beauty. It's
just great. And then like at the end, you fight her and then you kill her, and then he's like having like all this PTSD and stuff because he's trying to.
Yeah.
Are we almost out of time, by the way?
Yes.
I think we are. Okay.
Yeah. We're closing off pretty well.
Okay.
So basically, she's the boss.
And then you become big boss
and
by defeating her.
She knights you as big boss.
Yeah.
Because you pass the final test.
All sad because his mom / girlfriend,
his mom, lover, mentor,
died at his hand.
Yeah.
And everyone thinks she's a traitor, and she's not.
She's not.
Oh, that's great.
It's just beautiful. It's a great game. If you haven't played it, you have to play it if you play Metal Gear at all.
Anyways.
Bottom line is the boss is a boss.
The boss is the best boss.
Yes. Anyways. On that note, we are going to end this week's podcast. If you would like to see more of our stuff, you can go to next-gennation.com. You can also check out our Facebook at Next Gen Nation Group, or you can like this page, like this video if you're watching it on YouTube, and subscribe to our channel at Next Gen Nation.
Next-Gen Nation.
Dang it!
Joe, you got one more week to get it right.
Next-Gen Nation.
Next week's gonna be our last week.
All right, we will see you guys next time. Bye.
See ya.